Hey, what's up, guys? William here. Just wanted to shoot a quick video, just kind of talk about the topic that we're going to talk about this month. And it's about isolation and building community. And this is one that's really near and dear to my heart because this is probably one of the biggest epidemics, and I use that word on purpose, that men are facing today. It's isolation. It's not knowing that they have a community around them, or even really not even having a community around them at all. And this is killing us. We've let the busyness of life and work get in the way of really creating lasting friendships. We've let cultural beliefs get in the way of hey, I've got to do it on my own. I don't need to do it to anybody. This whole John Wayne mentality, right? Which is just a load of malarkey, honestly. We've let fear of somebody figuring out that, hey, maybe I'm not strong enough to do what I think I'm going to do, or maybe I just don't have what it takes to do what I need to do, but it's because you need someone around you. Or better yet, maybe it's that little thing you carry around in your pocket that's keeping you disconnected from the people that you know, from the friends that you want to have. We're finding all our friends on Facebook, LinkedIn. I mean, I'm not saying nothing too bad about it because I use them all the time, but at the same time, it's like I don't live in them. And neither should you. I can remember one of the loneliest moments of my life, and it goes back a lot of years for me. But it was when I was a young adult, and I was really trying to navigate understanding the things that I had been through, that I had endured, and I didn't feel that anybody would understand. I didn't think that anybody would really empathize with me. I believe that I wasn't worth even spending time with. And it was the loneliest times of my life. It didn't matter how hard I worked. It didn't matter what I did. I could never figure out how to build a community around me. And that's really the answer, is we've got to figure out how to build a community around us. How do we connect back with the people? They say that loneliness or being alone is so deadly. There's a 26% chance that you're going to have an early death because of loneliness. It increases your chance to die. So we need guys, we need people, we need things to go through. When I started coaching unintentionally years ago with the Spartan group, it was all about just getting some guys and running over some obstacles. But what I found was during the time that these guys were on this courses, running through the woods and climbing over walls and jumping over logs, when one of the guys couldn't do it and one of the other guys would run past them and get in front of that wall and get down on their hands and knees and be like, hey man, I got you, come on, I'm gonna get you over this wall. And they would help that guy over the wall. All of a sudden something changed. They realized that they had someone who could stand next to them and fight the fight with them. They realized that they had someone who was not going to make fun of their vulnerabilities or their lack of strength to do something, but was going to encourage them and challenge them and equip them. And when I saw that, and I saw the confidence that started building in these men, all of them, because they knew they had each other's back, it made a difference in their ability to move forward, to become better husbands, to become better leaders in their business, to become better fathers, to become better leaders at their church, to become better men all together because they had other men around them to encourage them. They had other men around them to hold them accountable to who they were supposed to be. They had other men around them to equip them and challenge them to move forward and keep going, and knowing that they didn't have to do it alone. They say men have fewer friends now than any man did than 30 years ago. I think it's like up to 50% fewer friends now. And I'm not talking about just some guy you see on the weekend, maybe have a beer with. Like, I'm talking somebody you have life with. I got a fire pit right over here. And every other Tuesday night, I have a group of guys that comes over. I cook some burgers, and we sit on this back porch, and we crank up the fire pit. And I have one question, or somebody will bring up one question, and that'll be the topic that we talk about that night. And we wrestle with it. We discuss it, and we make fun of each other, and we laugh and have a good time. But we're doing life together. And at the end of that night, we all take turns praying over the person next to us. Wherever we sit, it doesn't matter. Whoever's sitting to my left, I pray for. And it lets them know that I've got their back. The Trailblazer community was built on the foundation of creating a tribe for men to come together, to build a community so that we can encourage each other, to build a community so that we can challenge each other, to build a community that we can equip each other from the lessons we've learned so that we can be the husbands, the fathers, the leaders that we were called and created to be. Don't let isolation get you. Don't let the lies get in your head, lies that say, hey, no one's going to understand. Guess what? We do. All of us do. And I'm sorry, you're not special. There is somebody else out in this world that is dealing with the same struggle that you are. And if you're willing to share that, 9 times out of 10, someone else is going to say, man, I've dealt with the same thing, or man, I'm going through the same thing. And you're going to be able to walk that out with them. And you're not going to have to do it alone. And you're going to build a friend and a brother that will stand by you. You know, the Bible says, iron sharpens iron. We need each other to sharpen each other, to help hold us accountable. You know, I did a video a long time ago. It was about honing, right? And it's about when you hone your knife, and it's taking the burrs off. It's not sharpening, it's actually taking the burrs off the edge of the blade. It's bringing the edge back. And when 2 men come together and they encourage, challenge, and equip each other, that's what happens. We take the burrs off of each other so we can get back to the sharp edge that we were created with. Hey guys, I know that this sheet that I sent out in this week's email is going to be a tough one to fill out. And it's going to take some work to fill it out. But I believe that if we spend the time to do that, to prepare for our next call, to prepare for what's going to come, then it will make us better. It will let us understand how to become the men that we need to be for those around us. Not just for ourselves, but for those around us. I always talk about, hey, it's not about finding what your purpose is, but it's about finding who you're supposed to serve. Hey, find a group of men. Find a group of guys that you trust, that you want to be around. It doesn't have to be big, doesn't have to be small. Find it. This is William, and I'm out.